Hey friends! It's a brand new week, so it's time for a new guidance lesson. I'm Miss White again, your school counselor intern, and I will be doing your lesson this week for 4th and 5th graders. And it's also a brand new month, so that means we have a new character trait that we're going to be focusing on for October. Last month, for September, we talked about responsibility, and this month we are talking all about respect. I'm sure as 4th and 5th graders you've talked about this before, and you can understand that respect can be shown in a lot of different ways. You can show respect to others, and you can show respect to yourself, too. So all throughout October, we're going to be talking about the different ways to show respect in our guidance lessons each week. For this week, I chose a book with Miss Kramer that I'm going to be reading to you, and it is called Mookey the Monkey Gets Over Being Teased. Now, I'm sure you know that teasing and bullying and things like that are not ways to show respect. That is actually showing disrespect. So as we go through this book, we're going to see some of the ways that respect is not being shown, and then some ways that you can show respect. So I'm going to read the story, and then at the end of the video, I'll have a couple questions for you that I would love for you to fill out on the Google form. All right, here we go. Mookey the monkey gets over being teased. Once upon a time, in a faraway jungle, a tiny monkey was born without a single hair on his body. No fur, no fleece, not even fuzz. His parents named their beloved baby Mookey. They found his soft, alabaster skin beautiful. His aunties and uncles and cousins took turns caressing his silky head, and his Nana knitted cozy sweaters to keep him warm in the winter. There's baby Mookey, and you can see he was born just a little bit different than the rest of the monkeys because he had no hair, no fur. As Mookey grew, he stayed as hairless as the day he was born. "I'm as smooth as a banana," he said with pride. He loved the colorful clothes he wore to keep warm in the winter and to avoid sunburn in the summer. On the first day of school, Mookey picked out his favorite jungle outfit. His parents gave him a book bag. His Nana gave him new shoes for his smooth feet. Everyone kissed Mookey's sweet pink cheeks and wished him a great day. So Mookey is pretty proud of himself for being different, and he's excited to go to school. But things didn't work out so well. Mookey's classmates had never seen a hairless monkey. They didn't know what to think. Some were not very nice. On Monday, Morton Mongoose called him Baldy. On Tuesday, Tristan Tiger just stared. And on Wednesday, Wilhelmina Warthog pointed and giggled. Panther cubs, how do you think that made Mookey feel? He was being treated differently than everyone else. Probably not so good, right? Every day they teased Mookey, and soon he stopped loving the very thing he once loved most about himself. Why do I have to be different, he thought. It's not fair. Then he had an idea. See, the light bulb just went off? At Crocodile Clyde's costume shop, Mookey found what he was looking for. The next morning, he arrived at school as furry as everyone else. But soon it didn't seem like such a good idea. This is hotter than a polar bear coat. So you can see Mookey went to the costume shop and got this furry costume so he could look like everyone else. But oh my gosh, it was too hot. Gluing fur clippings from Beatrice Baboon's beauty boutique didn't work either. At Paulina Porcupine's Potions, Mookey bought a bottle of potion number 114, which Paulina said would help grow hair. The next morning he rubbed it on his skin. Soon his skin started to tingle. "Something is growing," he rejoiced. But it wasn't hair. So that didn't work. You see what was growing? Feathers, not fur. "Nothing works," grumbled Mookey. "Woohoo! I've been watching you, Mookey," said Oslo Owl. You can't solve your problems by changing who you are on the outside, and you can't change others. But you can change what you do when someone teases you. How? Said Mookey. You are surrounded by wisdom and experience, Oslo hooted, but said nothing more. So he got some wise advice from Oslo the Owl. I wonder what Mookey is going to do with that advice. What does he mean? Mookey asked Horatio Hyena. I think he means your friends can help, said Horatio. So Mookey told Horatio about his problem. When folks give me the business, said Horatio, I just make a joke. It's hard for others to laugh at you when you're already laughing. Is that so? Said Mookey. I know some funny jokes, and I like to laugh. Mookey thanked Horatio and went on his way. What do you think? Do you think if someone was teasing you and you told a joke, that might make it better? Maybe. Hello, Mookey called up to Genevieve Giraffe. May I ask your advice? Genevieve listened to Mookey's story. When I was your age, she said, kids called me Stretch. But one summer there was a drought, and the only food was too high in the trees for anyone to reach. Anyone except me, that is. So I shook down all the bananas and coconuts. Then I felt good about my long neck, and when I did, so did everyone else. They helped me ignore kids when they teased me. Thought Mookey out loud. My sleek skin helps me swim fast. I feel good about that. That could surely come in handy someday, she said. Mookey thanked her and went on his way. So there's something different about Genevieve Giraffe that ended up helping her. So Mookey thought that maybe his differences could help him too. Sigmund Sloth dangled sleepily overhead. What's up? He yawned. Mookey told him his story. I have especially long toes, said Sigmund. Sometimes Winky Wolfhound gives me a hard time about it, but I just take a deep breath and relax and go back to my nap. He always finds that boring, so he leaves me alone. Apparently teasing Howie Howler Monkey is more fun. Said Mookey. I do get upset when they tease me. I'll try breathing and walking away instead. Mookey turned to thank Sigmund, but he was already asleep. So there's another idea. We could just do something else, let it not bother us, and then they might get bored and stop teasing us. Mookey caught up with Giselle Gazelle, the mail carrier. There have always been creatures in this village who are unkind to gazelles. I've accepted that, she said after hearing Mookey's story. I spend time with Zoe Zebra and Abraham Antelope. They are nice. I try to avoid the others. Otis Orangutan has always been friendly, said Mookey. But he said it to the air. Giselle was already well on her way. Oh my goodness, well he is getting so much advice from all of these different friends. He's got lots of tools that can help him when he goes back to school. Mookey swung home to his parents. It's not easy being teased, he told them, but everyone I talked to had a good idea. We're so sorry for what you've been going through, said his mom, but we're very proud of you for asking for help, said his pop. Why do kids tease each other? Mookey wanted to know. Maybe so they can feel better about themselves, said his mom. Maybe because they're uncomfortable when someone is different, said his pop. It's not about you, they said. It's more about them. Back at school, Mookey had lots of new tools to help him deal with being teased. He felt like he was wearing a suit of armor over his smooth skin, just like Artie Armadillo. And over time, Mookey tried all of his friends' ideas. Some kids became bored, some thought Mookey was funny, and some saw him in a brand new light. He was trying out all these new ideas, and they seemed to be working, huh? Of course, Mookey still got teased from time to time, but it didn't bother him like it used to. Sometimes he even took it as a compliment. "That's right," he would say proudly. "I am a hairless monkey. Thank you for noticing." The end. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the story. I hope you liked it as much as I do. I think this is an awesome story, especially when we're talking about respect. So now that you have hopefully gathered your thoughts about the story, I would love to hear from you in response to 2 questions that I put on your Google form. So still thinking about respect, the first question talks a little bit about emotions. So if you've ever been teased yourself, or even if you saw someone else being teased, I would love for you to think about what that might have felt like for you, or even what you saw someone else feeling like. And then number 2 is a little bit more about self-respect. So we saw Mookey in the story learn to be really proud of himself for what made him different, and that is a great example of showing self-respect. And so in response to question number 2, I would love to hear something that makes you different. Take a minute to reflect on that and think, what makes you unique? What is something about you that makes you different from everyone else? And are you proud of that? I cannot wait to hear what you're going to say, so I'll be keeping my eye out on those Google form responses. Thank you everyone, and have an awesome week.